Welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Caden.
And I'm Connor. Suspicious packages were sent to the homes of the Clintons and the Obamas, but were intercepted during routine mail screenings. And this was just days after what was believed to be a pipe bomb was sent to the home of George Soros.
Right.
And Trump actually stepped up to condemn all of these acts of terror, saying this egregious conduct is abhorrent to everything we hold dear and sacred as Americans. President Trump also vowed that every resource would be put into conducting an investigation on the packages. What do you think about all that?
Is absolutely mind-blowing. And the ending about how we're still looking into the investigation, people that were not sure who's doing it, and people are already quick to point fingers.
Yeah.
I was just hearing earlier today, some people believe it is right-wing extremists, some people believe it is even left-wing extremists trying to make right-wing look bad. It's just crazy how fast we are pointing fingers.
Yeah, it's crazy. It feels like everyone already knows who did it, but we don't really know yet. So we'll find out soon. But Caitlin and Ryan will provide more details on that.
Also in news recently is, even just today, the New York Attorney General is suing the gas company ExxonMobil. This is because they claim that they are defrauding investors by ExxonMobil kind of watering down how bad their effects are into climate change. Wow. Which I can get behind, because if there is a serious problem that a company is having, they should step up and admit to it. Yeah. And not really defraud investors, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with New York suing them. I mean, what they did is illegal, first of all. So, that's fraud. It's just unethical also to lie to people. So,
anyways.
Screw ExxonMobil.
Speaking of climate change, the climate is changing. It's fall now. The leaves are changing, as you can see behind me. How do you feel? Are you a winter person?
I personally like the winter more than summer because I hate sweating. That's just me, though.
Yeah. In winter you can just put in more clothes, but in summer, like once you're in shorts and a t-shirt,
there's no escaping that heat.
You're there.
There's no escaping the heat. But
I love spooky season though.
Speaking of spooky season, it's the weekend before Halloween, which is the weekend with all the Halloween parties.
Are you doing anything?
Yeah, sadly.
Sadly.
I just want to lay in bed, you know?
Yeah, I
be lazy,
bad.
but
I want to go trick-or-treating still.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to do.
Yeah.
Are you going to a house party? You going?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So it'll be fun, but I have to get out of bed for that. So.
It'll be later in the day. Yeah. You'll have plenty of time to recover.
There's a football game this weekend, too.
Are you going?
No. I'm not, sadly.
Sadly again.
Yeah.
Mr.
Are you going?
Antisocial. No, I'm now. I'll be working mostly all weekend. Oh. Maybe I'll get dressed up as Waldo on Saturday night. That's my best costume. I still have it from last year. Are you dressing up?
Yeah, I'm actually going as a basketball player this year. So that'll be fun.
Anyone in particular, or just?
I'm wearing a LeBron jersey, but
okay.
I'm not going as LeBron. But yeah. So stay tuned, guys. We've got a great show ahead, and even an exclusive interview with senior Aspen Harris.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back, I'm Ellie, and today we have a special guest. This is Aspen. She's a senior architecture major here at KU. So what got you interested in architecture?
Architecture, honestly, when I was a kid growing up, I always just was so fascinated by the big buildings. I'm from Denver, Colorado, so our landscape, if you guys have ever been, it's just crazy, insane. So, I always wanted to go into building those myself and possibly even go into residential architecture one day.
Yeah, so your classes are probably a lot different.
Yeah, they're a lot.
What do you guys do?
We have studio classes, so how some students have like those labs. Ours are those studios, so we range from like 3 to 4 hours, and we really just, get straight into it, go hands-on, building things, helping to build our portfolio and stuff like that. So a really great experience, but, it's demanding, so.
I bet the time goes by quick, though, when you're doing something that you actually enjoy.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's helping me to prepare for my future and master's, so it's like, what better thing could you ask for?
Yeah, so when you're not there, what other things are you involved in here?
I'm involved in a lot of things on campus. I'm a part of the Black Student Union. I'm a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated in the National Panhellenic Council. I'm a member of GEMS, which stands for Gifted Empowering Motivating Sisters. I'm a delegate for the Black Student Union for all of the Big 12 schools, so I'm involved in quite a lot.
Yeah. So what are some of your favorite things that you've done with those?
Some of my favorite things, I would say, being just a part of a sorority in general, a part of the Divine Nine Council, that's been an experience of its own. Meeting such great people, such great sisters, and even people part of other organizations has just helped me to develop a lot of those, like, networking skills that I was really looking forward to with coming to college, and just finding a place for myself, because while, I'm secure in who I am, it helped to have people like that you can really turn to and call as a sister. So, that was a big thing for me.
Yeah, and you meet people with similar majors, similar
Yeah,
interests.
exactly. Like, we all, are kind of, might have different majors, but we're all looking to, like, thrive in the same way and get jobs after this, and really help build our communities. So that's just a part of just Greek life in general. But aside from that, just being a part of gyms, helping women on campus, especially multiculturals or Black women, just helping them to live out their best potential and just know that there's a place for them on campus.
Yeah.
Because we're underrepresented, but definitely just want them to feel so comfortable being here.
And at home.
Exactly.
'Cause KU's
yes.
home.
KU's home. KU's
Yeah.
home for sure. So that's one thing I love about KU. They make everything feel so homey.
So being at KU, and we have so many pretty buildings
Yeah.
here, what's your favorite as an architecture major?
As an architecture major speaking, I would probably say not DeBruce. I'm sorry. No offense to DeBruce, but the Burge Union, the new Burge Union is beautiful. I just love its glass facade. That's just speaking from the architecture side, the aesthetic side. But that, and then once you get on the inside, those rooms are massive. If you've ever been inside, beautiful. Set up, all the floors and walls are just that's me speaking from the design standpoint.
Yeah.
Love it there.
I've seen the outside of it, but I've heard the inside's pretty. I
You
really
should
like
check it out.
Cap Fed, so.
Cap Fed's beautiful too. Oh my gosh.
The newer buildings.
This new part of campus they're, bringing on is just wow. We're moving into the right direction, I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it was so great having you here
Thank
today.
you, Ellie.
Thanks for coming in and telling us a little bit about it. Up next, we have Ryan and Caitlin with the news.
When you shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Welcome back. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Ryan. This is your Wednesday Good Evening KU News Update.
Explosive devices were sent to former President Barack Obama, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and CNN New York offices, sparking an intense investigation on Wednesday into whether the bomber is going after targets that have been the subject of right-wing debates. Law enforcement officers say they are investigating possible links between the attacks and the packaging used to send the bombs. The White House has since condemned the attempted attacks and denied claims of receiving any bombs.
President Trump has invited hundreds of young Black conservative leaders to the White House Friday to hear him speak. The president will address attendees of the first ever Young Black Leadership Summit being put on by conservative student group Turning Point USA. He is taking a break from his bustling rally schedule to address the young people.
Lauren McCluskey, a University of Utah student and track athlete, was shot and killed on campus by a former boyfriend after breaking off the relationship once she learned that he was a sex offender. McCluskey's mother says that 37-year-old Melvin Rowland began harassing her daughter days leading to the murder, and that she even reported him to campus police. McCluskey's body was found in a car on campus Monday night. Police later chased Rowland where he fatally shot himself at a Salt Lake City church.
Lakers teammates Brandon Ingram and Rajon Rondo and Chris Paul of the Rockets were suspended without pay for an on-court fight, with Paul taking the heaviest financial hit of almost $500,000. Ingram, Paul, and Rondo were all ejected from the game. The suspension to Ingram is the longest for an on-court incident since April 2012, when Metta World Peace of the Lakers received 7 games. Houston won 124 to 115, spoiling the Lakers' home debut for LeBron James.
Get out of the gas station line, there's a new winner, and he's $1.6 billion richer. The winning numbers 5, 28, 62, 65, and 70 with a mega ball of 5 were sold at a KC Mart gas station in upstate South Carolina outside Simpsonville, a city of about 18,000 near Greenville. The identity of the winner has yet to be released, as South Carolina is one of several states to allow winners to withhold their names from the public. As for the convenience store owner C.J. Patel will receive $55,000 for selling the ticket.
That'll wrap it up for today's news update. Please keep watching, and after the break, we've got Adam and Faith with What's Up KU.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Adam, and this is What's Up KU.
So today we'll be talking about Netflix canceling some shows recently.
And it's a shame that they have to do that.
I know. How do you feel?
A lot of the shows, there's some times where there'll be shows it's like, I didn't even know that was even on Netflix.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of shows on Netflix that no one really watches, but they sometimes they'll delete ones that like people actually watch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why not just throw out the ones that no one
absolutely.
has ever heard of?
Because there's some, it's like, oh, I bet like one person has watched that before.
Yeah.
But
Like the first one is Girl Boss.
I've never seen that
I've
show
never heard of it, so I couldn't really tell you whether or not it's good.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've never heard of it. I don't know anyone that I know has at least seen
No,
it,
I feel like I've heard that term before. Like, I don't know. I feel like the girl that's in it, Amy, I don't know who it is, but yeah.
Oh.
Okay, House of Cards.
That's a classic one.
I don't know what it's about. I've heard of it though.
I've heard it's really good, though.
Really?
I personally, like, I feel like a lot of these, I'm more of a movie kind of person when it comes to Netflix. Shows isn't necessarily my strong point, but
Right.
House of Cards is the one that I've definitely heard of. Though.
Okay, but you've never seen it?
I've never seen it, no.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything about it, so.
Absolutely. Well, it's like,
Okay, Luke Cage.
that's interesting. Marvel,
Yeah.
haven't seen that. I've
I
seen a
haven't
lot
seen
of
it.
the Marvel movies, though, but I have never heard of that one before.
I actually saw something on Twitter about people being upset that they were taking Luke Cage off.
Really?
Yeah, because they're actually, I think, removing more Marvel shows other than just that one.
Well, when the movies do so well,
Yeah.
you figure
You kind of,
we can cut some ties here. You
yeah,
know?
no,
Oh,
that makes
absolutely.
sense. I'm not really a Marvel gal.
I'm
But-
not like really into Marvel, but the movies, like I'll go with my friends who are like, hey, do you want to go see the new Infinity War?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, sounds good. I'll go see
Yeah, I've
that.
heard people talking about that one a lot.
Oh, it was a great film, by the way.
I also heard that they were canceling Iron Man and possibly Daredevil.
And Orange is the New Black is another one that's been canceled too.
Yeah, did you watch Orange is the New Black?
I did not. No, I know a lot of like my friends have though.
Yeah, I like got into it for a while and then I kind of stopped watching it, but like, I don't know. I really liked it. I thought it was good. And I
Really?
think a lot of people liked it.
Out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
Like 4.
No,
Good
that's
4.
solid though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
I've never heard
Never
of that.
heard of that one
It's-
either.
It's another, like, there's so many of these that are on Netflix. It's like they'll put them on and they'll just take them right
And
back
I mean,
off.
if they're obviously on this list, people care, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But I never heard of that
what
one.
happens
so.
in 7, it's like, what's that all about? The title definitely made it look pretty mysterious.
Yeah, it does
though.
look mysterious.
New York City in the background, the Statue of Liberty. It's like, what's this about?
I don't know. I might have to check it out.
That's the whole point, though. Well, you have to have a little time to do
Oh,
it.
Whatever, it's fine.
Oh my, yeah,
But
but
the only show I really watch on Netflix is Black Mirror.
Black Mirror is good. I've seen a couple episodes, haven't seen the whole thing, but I have, one of my episodes that I saw was the guy that was in Get Out. He was stuck in like the pot, who did like the bicycle stuff. Like
Yes,
every day.
I
Yeah.
actually watched that one like last week.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a good episode
Yeah,
too.
I liked it. My favorite episode, it's called Black Museum. Have you heard of that one?
I haven't seen that.
You have
no.
to watch it. Like,
Really?
I recommend it to all my friends because it's so good. It's about like this girl who goes to this like museum of like crime and like there's like a huge, I'm not going to give it away, but like there's a huge plot twist at the end.
Oh, but speaking of entertainment, though, have you seen the egg right by the Union?
I have seen the egg.
It is. I don't know what is in. I don't know if there's anything inside it. I don't know.
Have you heard any rumors?
I have heard. What if it's like a design?
Like a new
remake,
logo?
You know?
Yeah, KU's had a few logos like change over the past. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but honestly, I'd be kind of sad. I feel like if they changed it.
I know. And we heard from a source in the back, though. You know, they're coming up on a design anniversary and all that. So
Yep, that would make sense.
we'll have to see.
Hatching in March.
Maybe it could be like a big J duh. I don't know.
It could be because the last egg was Baby J, and they actually did that at like a homecoming game. So
maybe like a teenage J.
I don't know. I think Jay might need a girlfriend.
Yeah, we'll have to wait until March 7th, though. You know, so I guess we'll find out next year.
I know. I'm excited for it, though.
Yeah, got to stay tuned, and also make sure you stay tuned after the break, because we'll be right back.
Welcome back. I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Fabian. This is your weekly sports update.
Cue the violins. The KU football team lost yet again after squandering 2 early chances for touchdowns. The defense finally gave in, and the Jayhawks fell 48-16 to Texas Tech. KU is now 2-5 overall and 0-4 in the conference. The Jayhawks will host TCU this weekend with a kickoff scheduled for 2 p.m.
The volleyball team has also lost 2 in a row, and on Saturday the Jayhawks may have lost more than just the match. Freshman setter Cameron Enos injured her ankle in the first set and did not return. Senior Gabby Simpson was then forced to set the entire rotation, taking away her skills as a blocker and a hitter. KU is now 13-6 overall and 6-2 in the conference.
After a great start to the season, the soccer team has now lost 3 in a row. After losses to Texas Tech, Texas, and Baylor last week, the Jayhawks will hit the road to close the regular season against West Virginia. KU is currently 10-5-2 on the season and 4-4 in the Big 12 Conference.
And of course, the basketball season begins with this week with the exhibition games for both the men's and the women's teams. The men will host Emporia State on Thursday night at 7 p.m. while the women begin on Sunday afternoon against Fort Hays State. Both games are in Allen Fieldhouse.
Okay. The Kansas City Chiefs won with a score of 45-10 to the Cincinnati Bengals, with both Mahomes and Hunt both playing great games. Patrick Mahomes had 358 yards with 4 touchdowns and 1 interception, while Kareem Hunt had 141 total yards and 3 total touchdowns. The Chiefs play the Broncos next week at home at noon and are 6.5-point favorites. According to sources from Bleacher Report, Patrick Mahomes is in the lead for MVP so far, so hopefully he gets it.
KU men's basketball coach Bill Self announced Wednesday that sophomore forward Silvio De Sousa will be held out of competition while an eligibility review is conducted. De Sousa's recruitment has been the center of discussion in the federal trial relating to corruption in college basketball, in which all 3 Adidas executives were found guilty by a federal jury. Self has since spoken out, describing the allegations as not a huge negative.
And that will wrap it up for today's sports update. Stay tuned, and after the break, Jade will be here with the weather update.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Hi, welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Jade Steffensmeyer with your weather forecast for this evening. So it's been a really nice day so far. It's still really nice, partly cloudy, 63 degrees right now, with some pretty light winds. And then looking into the rest of the evening, it's going to stay pretty nice out, not getting too low, around 52 degrees at about 9 p.m. with the wind staying pretty mild, only getting up to about 7 miles per hour at around 6. And then later tonight, there's about a 50% chance of showers, not till later, about after midnight, with a low of 45 degrees. And then that's going to continue into tomorrow then. Some off and on rain throughout the day, 70% chance of precipitation overall, with some pretty light winds from the east-southeast from 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then there's a lot of tropical storms going on right now, but the most powerful by far is Typhoon U2. This hurricane is over the islands, and so right now it's a Category 5+, which means it could technically be a Category 6 if they had a Category 6, but they don't. So it is a Category 5+. It is the strongest storm so far this year, and it has 200+ miles per hour gusts, as well as storm surge up to 20 feet. So that's like 20 feet waves we're talking about. And it is currently hitting the Mariana Islands right now. So definitely something to keep watch on, as well as the hurricane that just hit Mexico and all the other tropical storms happening this season. Looking at the extended forecast, so as I said, tomorrow it's going to be pretty rainy throughout the day. With the sun staying out and the weather is gonna be pretty nice the rest of the weekend into Monday. And then as you can see, so Monday through Tuesday is gonna be pretty nice. And then Wednesday we have a slight chance of showers. But that's all we have for you today on Good Evening KU. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.